One of the ascended masters during this conversation, one of them came up to me and said, "Well, Adamus, your group, are they kind of crazy?" I'm like, I don't really think so. Weird at times, but not crazy. Another one came up and said, "Yeah, we've heard about, your group and other humans are talking about. They say it's a cult. It's a cult. They can say what they want, because what is a cult afterwards? Anyways, what is a cult? Something you get into and you can't get out of. Here, I throw you out. Happily throw you out. So it couldn't be a cult." So one of the ascended masters finally said to me, "So, Damas, how would you explain Shambra? How would you explain this whole kind of phenomena that's taking place? How would you explain what type of humans they are?" I said, "Well, Shambra, they live a few blocks off of Main Street. They live a few blocks off of Main Street." There was some kind of deer in the headlight, dumbass ascended master look. "What do you mean by that?" And I said, "Well, they don't have to wear special uniforms. They are who they are. They can wear whatever. They can come to a shout in a chef outfit. I don't care. Or Santa Claus. It doesn't matter. They've been there, done that. They lived in mainstream for a long time. They actually tried really hard to be on Main Street along with everybody else. They tried to conform. They realized it just didn't work. They just weren't comfortable on Main Street. They live a few blocks off now, meaning that they really understand. They have empathy. Oh, they know what it's like to be human. They know what it's like to be in mass consciousness. They have tremendous empathy. They're not living off on top of a mountain in a commune in the middle of the desert away from everyone else. They're a few blocks off of Main Street. They live in their own place. They're sovereign beings. They've chosen to stay on the planet, to stay close to Main Street. They've chosen to still be around because they realize there's a lot of people on Main Street that are kind of lost and wandering and maybe wander off into some really dark places on Main Street or within themselves. They realize that they made a commitment to themselves, to humanity, stick around on the planet for a while. First of all, to enjoy what it's like just being here as a free human. They also chose to stay around because they know there's a lot of people on Main Street that are literally going crazy, that don't know where to turn in their lives, that are suicidal, that are desperate, that have lost hope. So they live a few blocks off of Main Street so they can walk over there once in a while, not to try to change anybody, certainly not to evangelize, but just to walk down the street, to go into the Main Street coffee shop or bakery, stop by the Main Street grocery store, go to the Main Street gym, and just be there in their light. Most won't ever see them, but a few will. The few who are really, really ready for something different, who are ready to change their human lives, come into their realization, but who are so lost. And I said, Shambra, they live a few blocks off of Main Street. They're on their own. They can take care of themselves. They don't need others doing it for them. They don't need the hustle and bustle. They've been there. They left that intentionally, but they're still around because they made a commitment. Stay on this planet for a little bit after realization, to be here for others. That's why we're here. That's why you're here. Let's take a deep breath with that. That's kind of really profound when you think about it. Shambra, you, a few blocks off of Main Street. You're doing it your way, not conforming to everybody else, but you're close enough to stay in contact. You have that tremendous empathy that even an ascended master couldn't shine a light like you do. Because it takes one to still be in human form, to still be doing what you're doing. So, yeah, good way to put it. strange, crazy, odd. I don't know. I'd say just a few blocks off of Main Street. Let's take a good deep breath with that. Okay.